All righty, we are live. Okay, so greetings everyone. My name is Dr. Tiara Moore, and I'm the founder and CEO of Black and Marine Science. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are just happy that you're here. It's so amazing to see you all still riding this wave with us after our third BIMS week. We hope you've enjoyed all of the events this week. And if you missed anything, you can find literally everything you need, everything you need on BIMS TV. All right, so hopefully you just made a nice drink at Liddy Hour. So let's get started. And of course, please do tweet literally everything that I say. Everything that happens for the streets, for the people that aren't here, using BIMS Ball and using hashtag Black and Marine Science. So if you're live on YouTube, feel free to put any questions you may have here in the chat and we will get to them. All righty, so we are going to actually kick off our annual BIMS Ball this year with our silent auction. So if you didn't know, if you somehow missed it, we have had a silent auction going on this whole week. And so if you haven't already, please navigate to our website or just look at your screen and check out the beautiful painting by our board chair, Dr. Camille Gaines. And this beautiful painting is titled The Lurker, okay? So you can go ahead, I think the link is being dropped in the chat. You can go to our website, bims.org/silent auction, and just put in your bid. And so all you have to do is just use this link and put in the note section for the silent auction. So you can put whatever you think the painting is worth to you, just send that to our PayPal, put in the notes for the silent auction, and we will announce the winner at the end of the BIMS Ball. So you have this full hour to get your bids in. And of course, we're going to make Camille sit here this whole time with the photo just blasted in your face. So you just go ahead and get your bids in. So I will go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Gaines for a minute to just actually talk about this piece and the inspiration behind it. Go ahead, Camille.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Moore. Excited to be here for my third Black and Marine Science Week. And when I was thinking about the week, I really wanted to contribute more than just my scientific expertise, right? Or my role as board chair. Painting for me is like a meditation. And with this series and even in abstract pieces, I really like to have the motion that you're like moving in the water or the organism is moving. And so when you look at the background, you kind of get that sense. And I really wanted to focus on this organism, the octopus, right? They're extremely smart, very intelligent, have the ability to change the color and the texture of their skin, which is extremely unique. Scientists still are figuring out how and why that happens. And so, I just kind of started with the background, and then I went from there knowing I wanted to do an octopus, and really, as I moved through the piece, I really wanted to focus more on the tentacles that they have, which you can see as well in the piece. So thank you. If you have any questions, put them in the chat throughout the hour, and I will try my best to answer them.
Thank you so much, Camille. So like we said, go ahead, hit the PayPal link, go to the website, put any amount you want. Just make sure you put silent auction so we can know. And at the end of the BIMS Ball, this beautiful piece will be sent to one of you all. So again, Camille, you stay there, just look at the folks, and then we will keep it going. So to kick off the BIMS Ball, please enjoy this rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing by Brittany Nicole.
Mama. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun. A new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered, and we have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our wearies, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path we pray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, and lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee, shadowed beneath thy hand. till end.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much, Brittany, for that beautiful rendition of the Black National Anthem. Y'all know we keep it authentically Black over here at BIMS, so I'm just so grateful you were able to join us and to give us that. Like, I'm over here with you the chills. Thank y'all. That's how you start the ball. All right. Okay. So next we will have our Chief Learning Officer, Simone Barkley, do a quick giveaway because we know y'all love free stuff. All right, Simone.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so our first giveaway question is, what conference will be kicking off the BIMS Tidal Wave program? You should put the name of the conference in the chat, and you will be winning a signed copy of Fresh Banana Leaves if you get this question correct. So which conference will be kicking off? Thank you. I see someone put it in there. Perfect. Love to see it. So look at you, Mark. No, Mark, wrong. It is the RACE Summit. It's the Restoring America's Estuary Summit, and it starts actually tomorrow. And so we are leaving this and moving right into BIMS Tidal Wave. And so you want to email your address to info@bims.org so that we can send you your copy of the book. Thank y'all.
All righty. Thank you so much, Simone. Like I said, we know y'all love the giveaways, so we will have a few more giveaways throughout the ball tonight. Okay. Oh, I got lost. All right. So now we will be able to have this meditative moment and reading from Alexis Pauline Gumbs, the author of Undrowned. Please enjoy. I promise y'all we do. Let's see where this is at. Do we have that ready to go? One second, y'all. We will have it. If not, as we are here, thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. I don't know, we didn't do any types of introduction, so please put where you're joining us from in the chat. Tell us who was all here. If you're live on YouTube, please go ahead and introduce yourself there. I'm actually currently in Miami right now at the end of our scuba dive class. So yeah, tell us where you are in the chat as we're waiting for our video to get loaded. And I'll shout out who all over here as I see it come in. All right, I see Baltimore, of course. All right, Baltimore, of course, in the house. Yes. Philly. We got Philly. All right, we got Placentia, Belize. Yes. Hampton Roads. Wilmington, Delaware. All right. Okay, we got all types of stuff. Raleigh. Okay, Raleigh. Okay. I see Atlanta, Georgia. All right, we see y'all. Are we able to get the video going?
Hello.
If not, I think I can play it from mine. Let's try that. No Love, fresh off the plane, originally from HTX. All right. Let's do it. I think I can do it. Y'all, I'm so proud of myself running tech and moderating. Black and Marine Science, Black in Tech, Black women are excellent. All right, let's do this.
Hello, Black and Marine Science family. I am so excited to be with you all virtually across time and across space. My name is Alexa.
Hi, there's no sound.
Sorry, y'all, that's because I muted myself. I'm gonna start over. See, I told you I was new to tech. Let me just rewind it back.
Community among each other. My doctorate is not in any area of marine science, but is in fact in English, African and African American studies, and women and gender studies from Duke University here in Durham, North Carolina, land of the Occaneechi Band of the Saponi Nation, sourced by the sacred Eno River. And I'm grateful to be with you all. And I understand that the fact that I wrote this book is really what gets me in the room. So I want to tell you a little bit about the book. I'm going to read a little bit from the introduction. I'm going to read another excerpt and then just talk a little bit about why I'm so excited to be connected with you all and how I think we can be partners in expanding everyone's access to a profound and meaningful and hopefully ethical relationship with the ocean. So, from the introduction to Undrown, if you happen to be in the ocean and you see someone breathing, what do you do? If you see someone like you, a mammal, but unlike you, not bound by boats and masks and land, you might wonder who they are, what they are doing. How do they do it? How do they live in salt and depth and motion? You very well might wonder. And in that case, you would need a guidebook. The most available guidebooks around right now are the National Audubon Society Guide to Marine Mammals of the World and the Smithsonian Handbook, Whales, Dolphins, and Porpoises. They will summarize the available scientific information on the habitats, habits, and appearances of all the animals they have tracked so you can identify a mammal and later, when you get out of the ocean, tell someone who you saw. I identify as a mammal. I identify as a Black woman ascending with and shaped by a whole group of people who were transubstantiated into property and kidnapped across an ocean. And like many of us, I am simply attracted to the wonder of marine life. And so I went to the aquarium and bought both of those guidebooks, hoping to learn about my kin. What I found was that the languages of deviance and denigration, for example, the term vagrant juveniles used to describe hooded seals, awkwardly binary assignments of biological sex, and a strange criminalization of mammals that escaped the gaze of biologists showed up in what I would call, or what would call itself, the neutral scientific language of marine guidebooks. I just wanted to know which whale was which. But I found myself confronted with the colonial, racist, sexist, heteropatriarchalizing capitalist constructs that are trying to kill me. The net I am already caught in, so to speak. So how can I tell you what I saw? At the same time, as I learned more about marine mammals, I learned to look between the loopholes of language, using the poetic practices I've had to use to find and love myself in a world that misnames me daily. And I felt so much love and humility I felt so much awe and possibility. I had to show you what I felt. So I posted on social media every day what I was learning about marine mammals from and despite the guidebooks, through my own further research, Afrofuturistic speculation, and what was happening to my heart. Instead of simply identifying what was what, I had to go deeper. I took my cue from the many marine mammals who echolocate. I had to focus not on what I could see and discern, but instead on where I was in relation, how the sound bouncing off of me in relationship to the structures and environments that surround me locates me in a constantly shifting relationship to you, whoever you are by now. As I continued to post what I was learning, my Instagram followers spiked. People gave me watercolor journals of whales, mailed me knitted humpback earrings, sent me the actual vertebrae of a whale for real. I don't know if you can see it, it's up there. And more. I also got messages online every day asking when and where they could buy these reflections in a book, offering to be my research assistant, testifying that these posts had become their daily meditations and offering to collaborate on creating apps, song-based audio meditations, and one special email from my dear sister, Adrienne Marie Brown, suggesting that these writings could be part of the emergent strategy imprint book flow paradigm at AK Press. So that's how this book became this book. I'm going to skip ahead just to talk a little bit about my relationship to scientific objectivity and language. The Audubon and Smithsonian guidebooks are the sources of all unattributed quotations in this book. And I often start the meditations mimicking the cadence of objectivity that guidebook entries perform. I'm doing that on purpose. I want to remember it's a performance, and then I want to transform it. Though I usually avoid the passive voice because it hides accountability, I've written about that elsewhere. In this text, the passive voice is a major mimicking device of the scientific forms of writing, which teach scientists to use the passive voice in order to take themselves out of the intimacy of their research towards the illusion of objectivity. Nothing is objective. And think about it. Scientists, especially those people, you, who have designed their entire lives around the hope, the possibility that they will encounter a marine mammal, and who have taken extreme methods like going to Antarctica in order to increase the likelihood that they will see some particular marine being, cannot be unmoved. They are clearly obsessed and most likely, like me, in love, whether you can admit it in your publications or not. So I want to pause there because obviously this is Black and marine science, and I'm thinking about the reasons that you all became marine scientists. And those reasons are not objective. Those reasons are deeply felt. I know that you all chose to be a part of the fields that you're in because of a deep wonder for the ocean, because of a deep commitment to our communities and to our shifting planet, because you care. You care about the ecology of the ocean. You care about other species. You see yourself and us as profoundly connected to whatever aspect of marine science that you are studying. And probably you often don't have the freedom to write about the ocean the way I write about the ocean, which is poetic and full of ideas of love and draws connections across disciplines and fields, and is a form of study that ultimately cannot be reproduced or made interchangeable. And that's actually part of the dignity of it. But I will say, and I do talk about this in the introduction, that the last workshop that I got to facilitate before lockdown was a writing workshop with scientists at Cal Tech And it was such a wonderful experience. These are scientists in all different fields from all different backgrounds. And really to give them an opportunity to do a different type of writing about their motivation, why they study what they study, was a huge, huge, huge gift. And I hope to do that more. I would love to do a writing workshop with Black and Marine Science. Just saying. See you next year during BIMS week. Okay, so there's that. Then I want to share a little bit about what undrowned means to me, like why this is called undrowned. So I want to read you this preface, A Guide to Undrowning, but maybe let's get even more, let's get even more comfortable. We can take some breaths. I want you to let this part wash over you like a meditation. So listening maybe from here, maybe from here. I'm touching my gut, not as much from here. So I'm going to take 7 breaths and I'm going to mark my inhale and exhale. You all can join me or you can just notice your next 7 breaths. Here we go. Inhaling and exhaling. 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 One more time, inhaling and exhaling. So this is a guide to undrowning. What is the scale of breathing? You put your hand on your individual chest as it rises and falters all day. But is that the scale of breathing? You share air and chemical exchange with everyone in the room, everyone you pass by today. Is the scale of breathing within one species? All animals participate in this exchange of release for continued life, but not without the plants. The plants, in their inverse process, release what we need, take what we give without being asked. And the planet, wrapped in ocean, breathing sky. What is the scale of breathing? You are part of it now. You are not alone. And if the scale of breathing is collective, beyond species and sentience, so is the impact of drowning. The massive drowning, yet unfinished, where the distance of the ocean meant that people could become property, that life could be for sale. I am talking about the Middle Passage and everyone who drowned and everyone who continued breathing, but I'm troubling the distinction between the two. I am saying that those who survived in the underbellies of boats, under each other, under unbreathable circumstances, are the undrowned. And their breathing is not separate from the drowning of their kin and fellow captives. Their breathing is not separate from the breathing of the ocean. Their breathing is not separate from the sharp exhale of hunted whales, their kindred also. Their breathing did not make them individuals, did not make them individual survivors. It made a context, the context of undrowning. Breathing in unbreathable circumstances is what we do every day in the chokehold of racial, gendered, ableist capitalism. We are still undrowning. And by we, I don't only mean people like myself whose ancestors specifically survived the Middle Passage, because the scale of our breathing is planetary, at the very least. Are you still breathing? This is an offering towards our evolution, towards a possibility that instead of continuing the trajectory of slavery, entrapment, separation, and domination while making our atmosphere unbreathable, we might instead practice another way to breathe. I don't know what that will look like, but I do know that our marine mammal kindred are amazing at not drowning. So I call on them as teachers, mentors, guides, and I call on you as breathing kindred souls. May we evolve. Let's take 3 more deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so last, I'll just read you one of these meditations. Okay, so this one is about the baby Weddell seal. The baby Weddell seal has not grown into her flippers. She is awkward. She does not want to swim. She does not know that she can breathe underwater. No one has told her about the great oxygenating capacity of her blood. She doesn't know that the milk her mother gives her is some of the fat, richest milk in the world. Southernmost mammal on the planet. She doesn't know the depths of which she is capable, but her mother does. The mother Weddell seal will push her baby into the water against her will. She will force her child's head into the water while the baby coughs and sputters and struggles and squirms. She is new here. She does not know that she could breathe underwater until she does. And then everything changes. By the time weaning is over, she will be able to dive 2,500 feet below the water. Stay there for an hour if she wants to. Find a tiny hole she made for air after swimming 12 kilometers away. Move gracefully between frozen and liquid worlds. But she doesn't know. Am I the only one here in a lesson? A coughing, sputtering thrash, a struggle to stay who I thought I was, ignorant to what evolution has already written inside me. I feel out of my depth, but really, how would I know? The tough love of the Weddell seal mother teaches a lesson about the difference between what is cute and what is necessary. What has been and what could be. And I'm grateful for all of my mothers, biological, chosen, and ancestral, mammal, and otherwise, like the copperhead snake who greeted me the night before I wrote this, who would shock me into knowing my capacity, trust my lungs more than I thought I could, to breathe in ways I haven't breathed before, to learn my blood in ways I didn't know it. As the Weddell seal grows, she will shed her fur, become sleek. She will feel completely at home in the ocean she avoided. She will see and feel things no other mammal has felt. But right now, she's coughing and spitting and clinging to what she has known. She feels like she's drowning, but she's just meeting herself again for the first time. Love to all my parents and the push of the universe for laughing at me. Thank you to those who have pushed through portals already, even out of this life. We can move between worlds. Thank you for those of you living and evolving. The vulnerability of your newness is an example to us all. Thank you to those who hold me accountable, who expect me to be who I need to become. Thank you for ignoring the lies I tell about myself. Even in my resistance, I'm grateful for you all, for the love you are teaching me, deep, Black, and full, for the nurturance, push, and example, what you learned by facing your own death, what you learned in your drowning is my breath. Thank you so much, Black and Marine Science. Hope you're having an incredible week, and I look forward to collaborating in the future and forever.
Oh, that was amazing. I'm just, y'all, I don't know. Somebody called me a crybaby the other day. I didn't realize I was, but maybe I am. But that was awesome. So Alexis definitely, was sad she couldn't be here, but like, also Alexis wanted to be here. Like, that's so amazing. So I'm so glad she was able to do that reading for us and just share that beautiful message. Yeah, I'm just, all right. Simone, let's bring Simone back up before I start crying.
If y'all want to know who called her a crybaby, it was Simone.
I wasn't going to call you out. That's why I said somebody, but here you go.
I don't care. It's okay. It's okay. Giveaway time. Okay, but our next giveaway, we are giving away a tote bag with goodies from National Aquarium, and it includes ocean Jenga game. So it's a Jenga game, but it's centered around the ocean, and the Jenga pieces are made from like fishnets, recycled fishnets. So really interesting thing. The tote bag also includes a cup, a water bottle, some sunglasses, a couple of other nice things that the National Aquarium has donated. So here's your question. Who is the youngest member of BIMS? Who is the youngest member of Black and Marine Science? Thank you. Awesome. Shantae was on it. That's right. Okay, so just send your address to info@bims.org. Send it over so that you can get your tote bag. You want the Jenga real bad. You was ready. You was on it. Yeah, that Jenga is hot. We had to work hard to get that Jenga. Like we was really working to get it. So I'm glad we got it. All right. Thank you for participating.
Thank you so much, Simone. Yeah, like I said, we know y'all love free stuff, but we know y'all love the paper stuff too. So just look down there. You see this awesome, beautiful painting from our board chair, Dr. Camille Gaines. All you have to do is just jump on our PayPal, give us any amount of donation, whatever this is worth to you. Put in the notes for the silent auction. We are tallying those up as we speak. And at the end of this, we will be giving away that prize. So I'll just give y'all a second to go ahead and put your bids in for the silent auction. This is an awesome piece. You see it down there. All righty. So I think we are transitioning to meeting, right? Oh, wow. Okay, let's do it. So this is my moment to brag on BIMS for a little minute. You can keep Camille's piece up there. That's fine. You can keep it up there because I want people to be donating. So as I'm talking, yeah, go ahead and look at that. Listen to my words, look at the piece. Listen to my words, look at the piece. All right, let's get this going. Okay, I wrote this down, so y'all will be proud of me. Marine science is lit. And I know this to be true. Marine science is lit, and it's meant for me, and it's meant for you. Now y'all see why I didn't enter the poetry slam last night, because that's the best that I could do. At Black and Marine Science, we have spent the last 2 years answering the question, where are the Black people in marine science? We have shown the world that we are literally here, there, and everywhere. But we know the field of marine science remains predominantly white. with even the most recent round of PhDs going to less than 3% of people who identify as Black, according to NSF data. So as I've reflected on the issue and talked with colleagues around the world, I had to ask myself, why do we always think Black people are the problem? What if marine science itself was the problem? But then I had to stop myself because marine science is lit. So what if it's actually the systems and the people and the places who are making it absolutely impossible for Black people to thrive and survive in marine science? And that was actually the problem. I think over this last 2 years, we've decided that as Black people in marine science, we do not need to qualify why we need to be in the room or why we belong in this space. What if we just started showing up, popping up, making requests, taking up space and being real loud? And I think that's exactly what we've been doing. This year, I made it my duty to go across the world to meet BIMS members and to look you all in your eyes and tell you that better is coming. I spoke at UN meetings and on Capitol Hill fiercely and boldly, calling out white supremacy and letting the world know that Black in marine science is here and we ain't going nowhere. I met with leaders in Egypt from IOC and UNESCO, leaders in Portugal from Cape Town to Port Elizabeth to Gibraltar to Belize to the Virgin Islands to everywhere they allowed me to go, I was there. And I let them know that the tide has shifted and a space had to be made for Black people to thrive in marine science and in this world. I think the problem is that there's always been a question of why is there no diversity? But now it's not a question, it's a statement. There is diversity in marine science. There are Black people in marine science, and it would be more if they would do right. And I hope you see the shift. I feel that no longer are folks really trying to keep us out of these rooms, but really beating down the door to get into this room, what I like to call the lit room. So because of this, though, we now have sustainable partnerships with organizations like Project City in Dominica. It was a nonprofit dedicated to getting more youth in marine science. Organizations like Fragments of Hope in Belize, a nonprofit organization using microfragmentation to restore corals in the Caribbean. And Ocean X, a global exploration nonprofit that uses its research vessel, the Ocean Explorer, to explore the deep sea and bring it back to the world. We taking over boats, y'all. You might find us on the National Geographic and all of that. We also have developed corporate partnerships with places like Amazon Smile and Waterlust, where when you shop at these businesses, a percentage of your purchases are donated to BIMS. So you were going to shop there anyway. Now some of that money goes back to us because of these partnerships we've developed. In larger news, and hopefully you heard about this on Twitter earlier this week and in your email if you're a BIMS member, but we have partnered with the Integrative and Comparative Journal to create the BIMS issue. This will be a journal issue that will feature the scientific research of BIMS' first authors, an issue the first of its kind. And it is a huge financial commitment of over $40,000 from the journal itself to ensure that it is both free for BIMS authors to submit and free for the public to read. Free for the authors to submit and free for the authors to read. So this is huge. So we're not talking about a journal issue, talking about, oh, why are we Black in marine science? No, we're talking about a journal issue that highlights our scientific research, our intelligence, our excellence as scientists in this space that will be free to the public in the first of its kind. So if you are a BIMS member, details about getting involved were already emailed to you. If you're interested in getting involved, go ahead and sign up for your BIMS membership. We have also developed university partnerships, and there is one I want to highlight in particular. One I like to say is bigger than a partner, but an advocate. I was giving a virtual talk on World Ocean Day in Suriname and Guyana, and it was shortly after BIMS had become a full nonprofit. So I was talking about developing the organization and all of my big dreams. Y'all know how I do. And so after my talk, Dr. Maya Trotz, she should be here today, slid in my DMs and asked me about potentially partnering on a grant they were working on. We chatted on the phone shortly after that, and before I knew it, BIMS was partnered on our first NSF grant as a consultant. After the completion of that grant, I was invited to write another grant with them, but this time as co-PI. And this led to BIMS being partnered on a $5 million grant to link upstream and downstream communities to the blue economy through the development of a platform called Blue Gap. And BIMS will be leading the creation of educational content and a documentary of frontline communities' experiences with nutrient pollution. And this is huge. And so while this could have been enough, right before receiving our grant, Dr. Trotz also received an even larger grant, huge. And she immediately reached out to us to include Black and Marine Science as a partner. And so ever since I have met Maya, she has shown me how to effortlessly exude Black girl magic while also exhibiting grace and a little swag too, a little swag too. And I'm not sure what it is about BIMS that made you believe in us, but we are grateful you did and grateful you do. So with that, and you don't know this, but I would like to award Dr. Maya Trotz with the Black and Marine Science Advocacy Award for 2022. Dr. Trotz, do you have any words that you would like to say? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but you have just been so amazing to us as an organization this year, and we wanted to highlight you. So please, if you have any words, feel free.
Okay, you're a crier. Now you're making me a crier.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so honored to receive this, but really and truly, I just think BIMS is amazing. I think Tiara, Dr. Moore as a leader is amazing. She really lights up and turns up a room, and not just a room, it's any conversation, any small meeting, even if it's one person there, her insights are just wonderful. I think people trust her leadership, trust what you all are doing. And I think it's amazing to be able to say, let's hand it over to the next generation. I do think Tiara, compared to me, is the next generation of leadership that we're looking for. So congratulations. And you have me here teary-eyed. So I'm going to turn my camera off. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Like I said, I couldn't imagine, like we here, like, thank you again for your support. And I know our relationship will continue in the future. Okay, so as I finish up, I cannot go without telling you all our largest announcement yet. I believe last year I shared my vision for the BIMS Institute, the research and outreach facility that will conduct the most innovative marine science research, while also including communities and focusing on ocean justice. Well, I'm excited to announce that BIMS will be able to start our research arm next year, thanks to a $750,000 grant from the David and Lucille Packard Foundation. Turn up, turn up. To date, we have largely received outreach dollars, but y'all know the Packard Foundation has been riding this wave with us. So when I shared my vision, my vision for the BIMS Institute with them, they were like, well, could you start off with $750,000? And I was like, I think we can work with that. This project will focus on bringing eDNA, environmental DNA methods and technologies to the streets. And this means including frontline communities in the research and pairing our data with the stories of Black fishermen in the Chesapeake Bay. And this will also allow us to hire a postdoc and a chief science officer next year. It's almost amazing to see how far we've come in just 2 years. And I can't wait to see how much more we are able to do. I definitely want to shout out the great BIMS Week leads we had this year, the BIMS Board of Directors, and of course, the BIMS leadership team. Yo, I could not do any of this without y'all. We started this week with 17 beach cleanups around the world and removed hundreds of pounds of trash from our beaches. We ended this week completing our third BIMS Dives class, where we were able to get 8 students scuba dive certified completely free of charge to them, with 4 of them completing the advanced certification class. And just tomorrow, like Simone mentioned earlier, we will travel to New Orleans to host our first BIMS Tidal Wave program, where we have been able to provide 9 students full support to attend the Restore America's Estuary Summit. For some, this will be their first scientific research conference, and they will get to go without any financial barriers in place. We'll also have having the BIMS team there to support them along the way. So I think y'all heard me say this before, but BIMS is booming and marine science is lit. Thank y'all so much for joining us for the BIMS Ball today. That's it. That's all I got to say. All right. So now we will move on to have we're closing out. We will have a quick video and a dance inspiration actually from one of our board members. So Jamie, I want to invite you up to just talk about the inspiration behind your video that we're about to play.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tiara Moore, and thank you, BIMS in general, for coming out, being here, and just being in this entire experience. So, hello, I'm Dr. Jamie McCrae. I am a marine scientist, and I'm also a choreographer. And my organization, my group, it's called Ecotonic Movement. And you might know, or you might not, but an ecotone is a place where 2 different ecosystems meet. And I exist in the place where science and the performing arts meet, where we've got really diverse groups of people coming together, engaging with ideas and each other. So when Tiara invited me to, I guess, visualize and help make more visible marine sciences lit, I was delighted. And so this video, it's an invitation. It's where I'm inviting people into the science, into the discovery, into the absolute joy that is marine science. And that is marine science done by Black people. And I'm really looking forward in the future to working with BIMS to highlighting the research and the scientific knowledge that are held by BIMS members and highlighting that through the performing arts. I'm really looking forward to telling stories about what we know scientifically, what we know through lived experience, and most importantly, where we want to go in the future. And so with that, I would like to turn it back over, and I hope you all enjoyed the video and that the feeling is transmitted and that you all are inspired as well. And we are not getting any sound.
Marine science is lit.
We're actually not hearing anything.
Marine science is whale song and dolphin play, surfboards and scuba. Marine science.
Okay, we should, now that we can hear it, we should probably start it over, whatever. Yeah, let's start it over. All right, let's do this.
Marine science is the language of the waters and all that dwells within.
Marine science is lit.
Marine science is whale song and dolphin play, surfboards and scuba. Marine science is joy.
It's the billowing black smoke of hydrothermal vents where seawater meets magma. Marine science is exploration.
Marine science is relationship. Marine science is amazing.
Marine science is for anyone. Marine science is exploration. Marine science is for everyone.
Wow, that was beautiful, honey. I love Black people. We so talented. Like that was amazing, Jamie. Thank you so much. So we are getting to the end of our program. We are about to announce the winner of this beautiful painting, but we couldn't end the ball without a toast. So I would love to bring up our Chief Operations Officer, Miss Leslie Townsell.
Where's Leslie?
Leslie.
Where's oh, there she is.
All right. Hi, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Okay, so greetings, BIMS members and allies. Thank you for your support over the past few years as we gather in this virtual space once again. This year was one of many firsts and accomplishments for BIMS. In May, we hosted our first BIMS immersion program and scuba certified a group of undergraduate students. We hosted a joint communications internship with NOAA Marine Sanctuaries and partnered with the Society for Integrative and Comparative Biology to host a monthly blog featuring our members. And if you haven't heard the announcement, we'll also be partnering with them to host the first ever BIMS issue, a journal of BIMS first authors. In July, we went to Essence Fest and we had to go where the people were. So we brought marine science to the people. BIMS worked with USF to secure a $20 million grant for coral restoration and protection and to move the BIMS mission forward. We officially gained our 501c3 status in August of this year and formed the BIMS board. We are currently in our third BIMS week, which started with 17 beach cleanups worldwide. And we launched our inaugural tidal wave program in New Orleans for the Ray Summit. I'm already checking in, okay? BIMS is booming, y'all, as T said. And lastly, as I'm sure many of you heard our recent announcement, BIMS Week is coming to a beach near you. So make sure you save the date now, November 26th through December 2nd, 2023. So let's raise a glass. I don't know if y'all can see mine. Let's raise a glass because BIMS has taken the world by storm, and we are here to continue spreading environmental awareness, amplifying Black voices, and inspiring the next generation. In the words of Dr. Tiara Moore, y'all better ride the wave or get washed up. Cheers to another year of BIMS.
Oh my gosh, yes, cheers. Thank you so much, Leslie. All right, we have one more giveaway before we do the silent auction. So this is your last chance to get your bids in before we announce the big winner. All right, Simone, come on up.
Last giveaway. Okay, for this one, you are going to be getting the Hydrus Ocean Kit. So it's like a ocean box that includes a VR kit and a VR viewer, a 3D printed coral model, 4 sets of activity cards, a 122-page dive journal, and a Hydrus pen. And the question is, and I hope that you were paying attention because Tiara kind of just told us again, what partnership was announced this week? Hint that BIMS did expeditions with them this past summer. So who is that partner? We did, okay, look at you, Mark. You wasn't slow this time. I see you. Mark, you are right. It's Ocean X. Ocean X. So Mark, if you would send your address to info@bims.org, that would be lovely. Thank you for participating, everybody.
All right, yes. So we have all the giveaways. So we had our fresh banana leaf sign, our National Aquarium tote with the Ocean Jenga, and then our Hydrus. And all of those things were donated. So definitely thanks so much to all of our partners who, make sure that the BIMS Ball was the best that it could be. Of course, everybody who donated, organizations like the Ocean Conservancy, of course, the Packard Foundation, the Association for the Sciences of Limnology and Oceanography. Thank you so much for your continued support, as well as our individual supporters. I don't think people know how much our individual supporters donate and support BIMS. Literally that $1, $5 that you all send helps us a lot. So we really appreciate everything that you do give to BIMS. Alrighty, y'all. So we are almost at the moment where we are going to announce the silent auction winner. They're tabulating the results. I feel like we should have a drum roll as we're waiting for the results. Somebody can tell me what's been your favorite part of the ball so far. I feel like we had a lot of different stuff going on this year. Next year is going to be in person, so y'all know it's going to be a red carpet event. So yeah, just tell us in the chat what you've enjoyed so far as we get that final result in. Blue carpet, excuse me, I've been corrected. A blue carpet event. This is our last thing.
It's going to be a black and blue event.
A black and blue event. All right, y'all know it's going to be lit. Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. Okay, so it looks like on my end, oh, you had a lot of fun on the beach cleanup. All right, Mark, I see you, servant. Okay, so on my end, it's looking like the winner is CF Design. CF Design. So maybe y'all are donating from an organization or a company, but if you can hear the sound of my voice, CF Design, please send your address to info@bims.org. Since it is PayPal, we can find your email address, so we'll reach out to make sure that you get this beautiful piece by our board chair. All righty, y'all. Wow, is that it? Like we've made it to the end of BIMS week. I really thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for riding with us and attending the BIMS Ball and really participating in BIMS week. Like we've been saying all week, marine science is lit. Don't y'all forget it. Don't y'all forget it. That's it. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.